Welcome back, guys, to Season 2, original versus bootlegs. We could call it number 1 of Season 2, or we could call it number 11 if you want. But have we got a boozy this year? You know, I got a fair bit of good gear that I've accumulated, okay? I know everyone was on a holiday season and had a good break. Oh, the last video that I shot to, he goes, "Hey man, how many beers did you have before you shot that video? Man, were you legless?" I can tell you, man, it was a warm day. So that's all I'm going to say, all right? So that's all I can say. They went down pretty good. So everybody enjoyed number 10. They really enjoyed it. Okay, I've got a few people asking me to make a video on how do I work on, how do I test me boards, what ideas do I use. I said, I'll bear with me, I'll work something else. But here we go. This is the classic what's in front of you guys. This is all started with number 1. What was it? The Black Dragon. Here's an original Black Dragon. Here's the bootleg version of the Black Dragon. Yeah, man, only one original. They have a look at them. Can you see the diffs? The original, remember I said to you, has got this black epoxy resin, okay? Which is the sound section. What is it? What it is, it's a Z80 with a RAM with a couple TTL chips in there, okay? That's it. That's what's in that epoxy resin over here, okay? Have a good look at them. Okay, program's the same, Z80 on the side. Okay, look at it. Pretty close. Okay, this one here has got an MCU. Okay, the bootleg, it doesn't have it. Okay, you see, it doesn't exist in there. They've removed it. Okay, so again, have a look at that. All right, put in a camera view. Have a sticky nose of that, basically, you know. And how good are the guys? They put the label in there, Capcom, you know. They did the same with the bootleg. Okay, some people go, yeah, man, it's an original. No, this is a bootleg. Okay, you can tell by the bootleg. Okay, let's flip it over on this side. See how over here is? There's a module. Okay, there's the daughter board. I remember showing you that in the first one. If you go, yeah, man, remember that, you're showing the same game again. No. I'm just explaining it to you for the people who have not seen them or whatever. I'm giving you the insight. Over here. So now have a look at this original one. See that? There's the security chip that they've got. So that there is all this. That is that one little chip there, basically. So they cracked it on the original. So have a look at it. What they've done over here. Okay, have a look over here. Check what they've done over here. Okay? So they're using that one IC where the bootlegger guys worked out what that chip was and put 3 TTL chips. So you can sort of see again, Capcom's written on there, made in Japan, which is bullshit, you know. But as I said, there's the original. The colour of the board is slightly bit different in colour shades. You see that? See, they're pretty close. Oh, again, see how they got these these chips here? Well, what did they do? They put these chips in here to do that. And you know the real funny bit is, I'm using this bootleg to repair this original one. This original one has got problems where it says Black Dragon. I've got characters, the sprites are bad, okay? So I'm using the bootleg to fix the original. Yep, believe it or not, man. And the thing is, they're interchangeable, the two boards. I can put this board onto this board and it'll work. That on that, they're interchangeable. Yeah, man, that's bullshit. Trust me, man, I'm working on that. So there you go. I actually came across one. I've been trying to find one of these. I paid good money for it just to do this video to show you between the two, so people who have got never seen one before. So yeah, straight out. So what happened the other day? Some guy contacted me on the weekend on eBay. Okay, and he goes, let me find that board. Here we go. You know how I'm always organised. So yeah, bear with me. You know, here's a 42. Okay, well, what, you show you 1942 again? I said, no. I've got to show it because the guy asked me this simple question, you know, and a lot of people need to know, okay? Well, is it original or bootleg? That's on eBay at the moment, and this was on eBay. So he bought this one, okay? So, a bit of turbulence. Okay, he bought this one here, okay? And he asked me the question, he goes, because he was eyeing this guy off, okay? And I've actually, hang on. It's actually coming with, this is from the PC Junkie. Okay, his adapter, which I'm supplying with a board as part of my sale, you know, because it makes life easy for people, because this is a Capcom adapter system, especially for 1942, only for 1942 this one is. So what happened, he was asking me this question, he goes, oh, is it a bootleg original? Because he said to me, he goes, oh, when he was a young tacker, you know, he was riding his bike down to the bottle shop, he wrote to me, and he goes, oh, I used to play 1942 when I was young, and that, like everybody else, I used to ride my push bike to the old pool room and the WOG bars back in the pool rooms basically, and I used to play the pennies because I was a penny man, you know, because I used to get free games. That's why I loved it, because I'm a tight ass. So have a good look at this. Remember my video number 6? I had a different type. It had a smaller adapter. This is a 28 pin. The other one was a 22 pin. Okay, but have a look at it. This is again the same labeling, same everything. The only difference is, see these guys? They got the stickers on this left. These ones don't have the stickers. Okay, so either the stickers came off, or they changed the ROMs. Or did they bring him into the country to say the board doesn't work not to pay on taxes, basically? But this here is an original. But the thing is, the stickers are on the EPROMs. They might have put them in here. Have a sticky nose on this. See how they got the label still on this? All right, but this board originally is come out of America. This is an American board, basically, Rumstar. Okay, so this has just got smoke damage, basically, but the stickers are still on this board. But when boards were coming into Australia, a lot of people used to take the EPROMs out and don't have them with EPROMs. That way they don't have to pay duties and taxes basically on the boards, because it wasn't a working board. It was just a dead board with nothing in there. So they will burn the EPROMs on site to save on duties. But if you have a good look, okay, let's go back again. Have a look at it closely with the two. You have a good look, everything's the same, basically, you know, except for the labels missing because of that, so they don't say nothing with it. But everything is the same. There's no security chips on this board at all. So not like the other board that I showed you with the Black Dragon with the security that had a daughter board. Does not have a daughter board, basically, you know. There is no daughter boards in this board at all. So hang on, let's bear with me. So yeah, so there you go. So you can sort of see it. So his question was pretty reasonable, because he was asking that question, because he goes, so I'm a straight shooter, all right? I don't sort of bullshit to the people or whatever. If I'm wrong, yeah, shoot me an email, text me down the bottom, say, yeah, man, you're full of shit, or whatever. Yeah, I'm happy to explain to people, basically. But all back in those days, they were trying to stop paying duties, because duty was expensive, you know, like I discussed in one of my other videos. Okay, so moving along. All right, I've got another one here. We're sticking with Capcom stuff. Okay, this is a bootleg of sidearms. Okay, move it up in camera view. This is a bootleg of sidearms. Oh, I missed out on about 3 weeks ago. I'm picking one up from some guy. He had a sidearms, and I was going to buy it just to show you guys the difference between a bootleg and the original. But what do? I'm just going to show you this one. If you ever look at Google, do some image searching and all that, you will see that the bootleg and the original, same layout. Like I keep saying to you with all the other boards that I've explained to you, the layout's always the same, because they're not reinventing the wheel, basically. So you flip it over, you have a sticky note. See, this was sold by Leisure and Allied back in the day. All right, you can see their logo. This is back in 1987, okay? So 1987, they were selling us to this board. So Leisure and Allied did sell bootlegs and that. Oh, can you see this? This here is a daughter board inside. Do you see that? So in the original one, they would have that big custom chip here. So what they've done is, there's the daughter board. So a lot of boards, check if you want to know between a bootleg or original, you could always send me a message or photo, whatever, and I'll try explaining to you. There was a daughter board. There's a daughter board in there. So this is, just to explain to you, you know, because we're on the same topic of that. But here's another one a while back. It's a warm day today. I might pop a beer. Wonder Boy. Remember one of my other ones I was talking about? Wonder Boy. Hey man, you could have showed us the same games again. So here. Remember the original Wonder Boy I showed you? remember the one of the video? I don't remember what video it was. Okay, and there one of the boys I showed you had this big black module on top. All right, so have a geezer here. See the other one, you'll have a look at it. There's the original. This one doesn't have a black module. The other one was just epoxy resin. It was all black, but the layout was the same. Okay, so this is what underneath the black epoxy resin is. So there was a few different manufacturers who are doing these basically. So this one here doesn't have epoxy resin over it. It's all the TTL chips and a couple of PAL chips in there. But so they're easy to get to repair. This wasn't all bad. I got another one there that I repaired for another guy, so I repaired it. And now back to my original Wonder Boy. Dude, you wouldn't believe it. I had it going. It was sitting in my bubble bags. I plug it in. She doesn't work again. She's died. And why it's dying? Because it's chip rot. Okay? Oh, we've discussed that in one of my other videos with chip rot. What the hell the chip rot is. It's unbelievable, man. Oh, it's done my head in. I've got 2 of these, you know. And I say, oh, excellent, I've got one going. So what I'll do is I'll work with the other one to fix this other guy, work it out. Nah. Oh, I was banging my head against the wall. Yep, it's called chip rot, you know what I mean? And I'll talk to you about this one now with the chip rot as example here. All right, moving on, here we go. I told you I've got some good stuff to talk about. This is the accordion, okay? I'll start you with this one here, okay? I've spent nearly a week on these guys. Okay, this is a Taito. Hang on. Let's start. Okay, how am I going to do this? Okay, we'll move this guy out of the way. Okay, I'll move this guy out of the way. And I'll explain to you what happens. Okay, this is an elevator action. Okay, elevator action. Okay, that's the sound section, the graphics, and the sprites. This one here, put in the camera view. Okay, this one here, this is the video section. This is what does the video board. Over here, can you believe I'm playing it like an accordion? Okay, this one here is the CPU section, the program basically. But what you see here, it's got epoxy resin. This one here, somebody must have cracked the original, okay, software to run the program. So that's a Z80 in epoxy resin. In this, basically, you know. So what happens is, let's put it like something like that. Okay, now let's go back to this guy here. So what's happening is, I've got this guy now. Okay, see, have a look at this. We're going to play it this way now. Okay. Yeah, Taito boards, man. All right, have a look. See how the ROM board over here is? It's similar to this. Instead of going the long ways, they've made it this way, because what they've done is, this is a PROM here. So what they've done is made a daughter board for this PROM. But if you have a look at the rest of the board, it's identical. What got me is, I was speaking to my R&D division guys, you know, to work, and I've asked all these old people around the traps, who the hell is LTI, you know, made in Japan? Was this board licensed from Taito to make elevator action? Remember the old saying with Crazy Kongs and what they done by Falcon? It was actually licensed. So it's not a bootleg, it was actually licensed through there. So, and the only difference with this is, it's got a 28-pin connector, while the other guy is still using the old, over here, the 22-pin. Okay, and then you got your power. So what they've done is, they've all got the power over here now. But the funny thing is, this board here, okay, this has got chip rot. Okay, you can see that these new chips have gone in here. Okay, this one here had a lot of chip rot. I've been on this nearly a week. Okay, you go, what? You spent a whole week on an elevator action and that? No, I've actually got a couple of them. There's one. There's a CPU. Okay, this one's Jungle King. There's the other one. Okay, this is another LTO. See that? I don't know who these guys are. I really don't. If anyone knows, give me a heads up, man. I'll be curious, because my R&D division. So this is the CPU. This one's dead at the moment. Okay, but yeah, this one here, you can sort of flip it around. You can sort of see that there's a lot of chip rot. I've done a lot of chips have been dead on this. But don't forget, the age is up there with these stuff. They're just dying, basically. So yeah, so what I did was with this, yeah man, we're still talking about the elevator action. What I did is, the point I'm trying to explain to you guys is, I used the original to power up my hang on, let's go back over here. To power up, this is what happens. I used the original to power up my CPU to see if the board was working. Okay, so I used the original to power up my CPU so I could work out, because I got problems with the rest of the board. So I knew the CPU was okay. You can see I'll put a little OK sticker over there. So I knew my CPU was good. So then from there, I moved on to the video RAM board. I'm not worried about the audio section. Basically, I'm not worried about the audio section or whatever. I couldn't give a crap. Then I started working with the video, section. So, but the point of this exercise is, I'm using an original to work on a bootleg, if you want to call it, or you want to call it a license from Taito, basically. So there you go. So they're all interchangeable. Remember I said to you before in the conversation with the Black Dragon, I started using the Black Dragon bootleg so I could repair the original, so I could work out where it is, the problems with them. So yeah, don't get me wrong with that, you know, but don't be afraid, okay? And somebody asked me, how do you work with it? So what I do, I'll give you an example here. You can actually get the paperwork. Here's the paperwork for the circuitry. What I do is I use the original one to work out what stuff does, what pulsing, whatever, to get an idea if I'm having a dress line issue. So what I do, you can sort of see in my hand notes that I write in pencil what does what, so you can work with it. So that's why I always buy another board to fix another board, basically. So I end up fixing the one that doesn't work. You end up fixing the one that you originally wanted to fix. You end up still having that out of action. But the catch is, yeah, that's what I do. I actually do that. But I will do another simple video. I just need to make the space and the test fixture to show you how I basically do it. You know, and some people ask me, what's that desoldering station you're using that you said that how good it is? It's in the corner here. I'll show you that in another video, you know, because these boards are taking all this space. So yeah, that's what I normally do, is I normally handwrite all the details on there, what does what. Like here, 21 and 22 do the characters, which is basically over here, the 21 and 22, where is it? Yeah, these do the characters, okay? So there, those two do the characters, basically, you know? So I'll write these notes for later, you know? Number 99 does the fonts, you know? So yeah, that's what I normally do with that. But yeah, it's good that you can find circuits for this. But, you know, this has been doing my head in, this board, because every time I find something, I find another problem. And it just doesn't end, basically, you know? But, well, I was looking for something else the other day. Some guy wanted a Dallas chip, you know, because he's working on a Tektronix Crow. And he was asking me about these, if I got any Dallas chips. And what I was looking at, look at this, what I come across. An old CMOS data book, you know, back in the day, you know. This is, as I said, there was no internet back in the day, you know. This is what we had to put up with. This is what we were going through to repair games with. This is it. This is what we were doing, basically, finding data books like this, you know. But while I was at it, I come across a Legend Alloyed catalogue, another Legend Alloyed. I'm going to make sure I slow down changing the pages, because they go, yeah, man, can you slow down changing the pages? So this time I'm going to make it a bit slower, turning over the pages, you know what I mean? Of this is 96, you know? Basically, you know, again, you know, this is what they were talking to us about, what games were again, you know, the advertisements, you know, people were paying in their ads, because this was going around, all around Australia, all the operators, you know. Have a look at this. You could have bought a playfield back in the day for $495 for a Terminator. You know, the MCA joysticks, $10. Was it $10.80 for an MCA joystick, you know? Coil sleeves, you know, bag of cable ties, you know. Again, you know, they used to have their monthly specials, you know. Oh, then what happened was, we had this stupid classification system coming into effect. Oh, what a joke that one was too, you know what I mean? So yeah, we had to classify them all, you know, where the kids spend their money back in the day, you know. Yeah, have a look at that. Toys and lollies. Yeah. Yeah, I hope their guys not complaining, oh man, you're flicking too many quick, you know. So yeah. Oh, have a look at this. Have a look at this, but yeah, 7-day collection from a Time Crisis 2 was $1,050. But don't forget, this is back in 96, man. Big bucks. Don't forget, that game was big dollars as well, you know. So yeah, Killer Instinct 2. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that was a shocking game. But yeah, this is, again, you know. Yeah. Well, have a look at this. $1,000 a week. See how they're marketing this? But this game was top dollar. You know what I mean? Hey, there you have it. This is basically, you know, I just found this while I was looking for that Dallas chip. You know, if somebody wants to know what a Dallas chip looks like. Where the fuck is the Dallas chip? Yeah, this is what a Dallas chip looks like. What it is, it's got a timekeeper in there. Basically, it's got a time in there, and it records the bookkeeping. You know, it's like a non-volatile RAM back in the day. But Dallas was the biggest chips for keeping that. They use these in a lot of them were used in the DDR boards. Konami used them again in all their boards. Basically, they're all just storage, you know, back in the day, you know. So, yeah, this is basically, again, another quick Leisure and Alloy magazine that I've just found pulled out, you know. It's always good to flick through and have a sticky nose on old games, basically, what they were, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a classic, mate. Sometimes I look back at half of this stuff, you know. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you're flicking too quickly. So, yeah, basically, you know. But, yeah, that's basically, you know, this video. We could call it number 11, or we could call it season number 1. Season 2, number 1 video. So, yeah, so thanks for watching again. You know, pinball's video games are a passion. Keep the live going, you know? Guys, thanks for watching again.